How's it going, folks? Patrick Stewart. Thank you so much for tuning back into my channel. Got my friend John here with me. Today, we're going to talk about our top 10 favorite movie moments. Now, these are not our top 10 favorite movies. These are moments from movies that are our favorites.
Just the moments.
Just the moments. It doesn't necessarily mean it's our favorite movie. There is a difference.
Right.
So before we go any further, don't forget, give us a thumbs up, hit the like button, subscribe for future content, and right down there in that corner, turn on the notification bell for me. Yeah, somewhere down there. We've been cooking this one up. We've had a discussion about this for, what, 6 months ago?
Yeah, we've been sitting on this for 6 months because we've had Star Wars, Mando,
More Star Wars.
more Star Wars, more Mando,
Yeah.
and now WandaVision.
There's that. Yeah. We're actually almost done with Star Wars. Once we get through Mando Season 2, you've got Star Wars Episode 7, 8, and 9.
Yeah. But then by that point, you're going to have all those series on Disney Plus that's coming out.
Yeah, Cassian Andor.
Oh, yeah.
I know you're looking forward to that one.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan, I got to see that.
Yeah. And they're bringing back Ewan McGregor, right?
Yes, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
man.
Well, they can't bring back Alec Guinness. He's dead.
Yeah.
I mean, they could deep fake the guy, but
Yeah, it wouldn't be the same.
nobody needs that.
No.
Top 10 favorite movie moments. I got it on the phone down here.
All right,
We're
let's
gonna
start
glance
with
at
your
it.
number 10.
Oh, you want to start with me? All right. I am actually going to have to change this.
Okay, yeah.
Reason being is there is a movie that a lot of my friends and subscribers and viewers have been recommending to me for months and months and months on end. The movie's called Whiplash with J.K. Simmons.
Yeah, I've heard that's a phenomenal movie. I have yet to watch it.
Don't care anything about it. The subject matter, I should say. And I don't care about band and music and playing the drums and the trombones and the sax. I don't. It doesn't appeal to me.
Right.
So finally, after much browbeating from some good people, I did watch it, and I will tell you that I believe that the greatest performance delivered of all time by any actor has got to be J.K. Simmons in Whiplash. I mean,
That's what I hear. I hear he did a phenomenal job in it.
I've never really known him as anything other than the guy that does the commercials for what, State Farm? Or
Farmers.
Farmers, and
Yeah.
we know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
Yeah. I know him as J. Jonah Jameson from Spider-Man.
Kind of a campy character. And
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, this guy doesn't have much depth as an actor. And then I saw that. And I'm going to tell you,
No, yeah.
grip me. My number 10 favorite movie moment is going to be the scene at the end of the movie. J.K. Simmons' character, Fletcher, the teacher, there's a moment right there at the end. They had this moment of understanding where the art went beyond all the junk they'd gone through, and they locked eyes, and the movie ends. That's it. It just leaves you right there. That moment was just like so powerful. So powerful. That is my number 10 favorite movie moment now.
Wow.
Yeah.
No words spoken?
No words spoken. It's just
eyes
a moment of eye contact where there's a smirk of like each one of them did what they set out to do.
Well, don't have to watch that one now.
Yep. Spoiled for you.
My number 10 is from Rambo First Blood. The scene at the end, here we go talking about film finales. At the end of the movie, the sheriff's department has Rambo cornered in a building.
Well, this is the original one.
The original,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah.
Rambo First Blood, the original. The sheriff's department, by the end of the movie, has Rambo cornered in a building. And the only one that can get in and speak to him is his general, I think.
Colonel.
His colonel. The only one that can get to him and speak to him is the colonel. So the colonel goes in and just tells Rambo he has to stand down. He cannot continue on. He'll be killed. And then at that point, Rambo just breaks down, just completely breaks down physically, emotionally. He cannot continue on that fight. And in that scene, you get to see that Rambo is not this mindless soldier just killing for no reason. He is a deeply broken individual. And you see that in that monologue.
Nothing is over! Nothing! You just don't turn it off! It wasn't my war. You asked me, I didn't ask you. And I come back to the world, and I see all those maggots at the airport protesting me, spitting. Who are they to protest me, huh? Who are they? Unless they've been me and been there. In the field, we had a code of honor. You watch my back, I watch yours. I could drive a tank. I was in charge of $1 million equipment. Back here, I can't even hold a job. Fucking cars! I can't. Oh, God. Back there, I had all these fighting guys who were my friends. Because back here, there's nothing. When this bar inside gone, and this kid comes up, and the box is wired, and he opened up the box, fucking blew his body all over the place. There's pieces of him all over me, just like this, and I'm trying to pull him off, you know.
When he explains, you get a glimpse of what he went through in Vietnam. When he and his friends are together at one point, and then an IED goes off, and instantly his friend is dead, and that was the moment of change in Rambo's psyche, that you just see him breaking down, and he has this moment of sobbing and crying and just explaining. He's in pieces. He says, my friend is in pieces, and I'm trying to put him back together, and he won't go back together. And that moment made that movie for me. Up until that point, that movie was just a cool action movie. But no, in that moment, you get to see who Rambo really is. That he is human. That he does break down. And that is one of my top 10 favorite movie moments.
Well, you know, he really represented a lot of the Vietnam vets.
Oh, yes.
That when they came back to the States, came back stateside, you know, after being deployed over in Vietnam, the ones that survived and have this horrible post-traumatic stress disorder were not received well.
No, not at all.
By America at all.
They were ridiculed, they were mocked, they were hated.
Now, I actually have what's diagnosed as severe PTSD from my time in the military, and I spent a lot of time in counseling, and I have met several Vietnam vets, and to hear them share what they went through and how they do have hearts that are broken.
Oh, yes.
And don't know how to reconcile the things they did to stay alive. Then the therapist gets around to me and is like, hey, Patrick, your turn to share. And I'm like, I'm fine.
Yeah, I got nothing on these guys.
That dude's effed up.
Yeah, I think we need to spend more time with this guy.
Yeah, it's like my life is peachy keen now. Thank you very much. You know, some of the things that happened to me were horrible. Some of the things I saw and did were completely horrible, but will never compare to what those Vietnam veterans did for us and went through with no appreciation. Because
none.
My time in the service, I'd come back home on leave, and people see me in my uniform, they'd buy me lunch, they'd buy my dinner, they'd come up and shake my hand, thank you for your service. I did not experience the being spit on, being called all kinds of nefarious names, and that movie Rambo really, to me, spoke of, Sylvester Stallone portrayed what so many Vietnam veterans were, and he gripped your heart in that moment. That monologue he gave at the end. I mean, if that doesn't grip your heart, then you just can't feel.
Yeah, there's something wrong with you.
I feel like that movie helped start healing some wounds.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
One of my favorites right there.
Well, definitely worthy of the top 10. So moving on to number 9. Okay, so number 9 for me, one of my favorite movie moments. This goes back to my childhood with my father. There is a cheesy, campy movie with Earnest. You know, the whole Earnest goes to wherever, Earnest goes to camp, Earnest goes to jail, Earnest goes to school. Well, it's Earnest goes to jail. The movie is horrible. It is. It's really not worth a rewatch. But there is one particular scene.
I know what scene you're talking about.
Yeah, we're gonna show it here, but it's where he's sitting on a jury, pretending to be concentrating and thinking about what he's hearing, chewing on a pen, and then the pen breaks, and there's just pen ink everywhere, and him trying to cover it up and clean it up, it just makes it worse.
Yeah.
To this day, you're just thinking about it laughing. To this day, when I watch that scene, I will laugh.
A fellow prisoner while in jail. And for this,
And in a poorly lit, regrettably, to his death, which allows such unsafe conditions to exist. Guilty.
Yeah, that's a funny scene. You could, if that movie came on TV, you could ignore every other part of it, but that scene, you would either wait for that scene, or if it's already passed, you would
Just turn the movie off.
turn the movie off. Yeah, but that scene, that is great because he's fumbling around and trying to get the ink, and he's smearing it on his face, and I'll grab a piece of paper, and he's trying to clean it off with a piece of paper, and
Just shove it in his mouth.
what do I do with the paper?
Just shove
And
it in his
I'll eat it. And he,
the whole.
he's just the judge is like, "Are you okay?"
I'm fine, thank you. I mean, that right there, I will never forget watching that with my father. It's like I'd laughed before. I'd seen funny movies, but that was the first time I ever laughed so hard I couldn't breathe. I thought I was going to pass out.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
That's funny. To this day, I'm 39 years old, you're 40, and to this day, we still laugh at that scene. That is great.
Oh, yeah. All right, so number 9 for you. Where are we at?
Number 9 for me is the Will Smith movie, I Am Legend.
Zombie movie?
Yes, a zombie movie.
I've seen it. I like it.
Yeah, I like that movie. This scene that I'm referring to in particular is a scene when he's in an abandoned video store, and he's going through the video store, and he decides he's going to strike up a conversation with a mannequin. But by the time that scene ends, you get a glimpse into his mental state.
Promise my friend that I would say hello to you today. Hello. Please say hello to me. Please say hello to me.
It's like, please say hello, and you see into his eyes, you see that desperation. He desperately needs human interaction, and he's trying to seek it in a mannequin, and of course a mannequin's not going to speak to him. This is another example of somebody that's deeply broken mentally.
Gotcha. So you like broken mental patients.
I guess so. Maybe
Is that why we're friends?
maybe I'm mentally broken.
No.
I'm about to start tearing up in the theater watching it when I saw it, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
And it's a zombie film.
And it's a zombie movie. Yeah, you don't expect to be crying in a zombie movie. All
right, number 8. So this, you're gonna see a little trend here. This is another movie that was special to me and my father. My quality time with my dad, he spent a lot of time in the Navy. He was gone a lot. So when he'd come home, we would share movies together. That was our quality time. And this movie called Nothing to Lose with Martin Lawrence and Tim Robbins. It's a heist comedy is what it is. And there's a scene where Martin Lawrence gets captured by the bad guys and left hanging on a chair by a sheet on a ledge of a hotel like 10 stories in the air. And I mean, I'll let the scene do its own talking. I can't do it justice. But to this day, if I see my dad, one of his things that he'll do is like, "You go, boy."
I think I can open the door and catch the sheep.
Don't touch the sheep, please. Don't.
Three!
Oh! Way to go, boy!
In that one scene, you want to talk about laughing. That's why this one's also on there, because that scene where Earnest goes to jail with a pen, the laughing so hard that was shared with my father, it makes that top 10 moment. Next time my father and I laughed that hard was that scene in Nothing to Lose.
Your scenes involve laughing, and my scenes involve broken people. people.
Well, I don't know. Well, what you haven't seen, you didn't see Whiplash. Whiplash is some messed up, broken people, dude.
Yeah, that's
But yeah, these other ones are funny ha-ha moments. Yours are like grip the heart, make you want to cry. So number 8 for you.
Number 8 for me.
Grip the heart, make you want to cry.
Yeah, literally grip the heart. The opening scene in Scream. Now, Scream, that was a horror movie that we hadn't really seen anything quite like it before. Mm-hmm. And that opening scene with Drew Barrymore hits the ground running.
Who is this?
You tell me your name, I'll tell you mine.
Well, I'm getting ready to watch a video.
You like scary movies?
Uh-huh.
So, you got a boyfriend?
Why? You want to ask me out on a date?
Maybe.
Why do you want to know my name?
I want to know who I'm looking at.
What did you say?
Don't hang up on me.
Drew Barrymore answers the phone and starts talking to a stranger that she doesn't know. She thinks it's lighthearted. Do you like scary movies? Oh, yeah, okay. And it quickly turns into something sick and demented, turns into murder.
That's the moment for you.
Yes. That phone call. That phone call, as you hear the tension rise in her voice, you begin to see in her face things are not well, and she doesn't like where this is going.
Well, see, what was shocking was they killed off a main character. I mean, top-billed actress. It's like nobody was expecting the first 5 days Drew Barrymore to die.
Yeah, they killed her off instantly.
Mm. Yeah.
That was
and after
not
that,
expected.
it's like anything goes.
Yeah. It was we hit the ground running, anything goes, anything can happen. All the rules are broken.
Well, to answer your question, no, I don't like scary movies.
I know you don't.
Yeah.
And that's why we're watching The Shining.
Oh, golly. Yeah, don't remind me of that one. So, moving on to number 7. Talk about your favorite movie moments. This changed movies forever. The Matrix.
Oh.
The slow motion bullet dodging. There ain't much to say about that. It was amazing.
Yeah.
Groundbreaking. You know, it's parodied in almost every film now. They make fun of it. The technology has become a bit dated. But, I mean, for the time, that was groundbreaking. I mean, Once Upon a Time, stop action motion, Clash of the Titans, old movie, that was groundbreaking. But Matrix changed the way movies were filmed forever. Mm-hmm. They made things, it's like how George Lucas made things possible with Star Wars that had never been done before. Matrix made things possible, never been done before.
Yeah, that was an iconic scene in that movie. I love that scene to this day.
All right, so number 7 for you.
Number 7 on my list is some of you might think this is crazy, but Up. Yes, the Pixar movie, the animated movie about the old man and the little boy that flies around in a house.
But the movie, it's not necessarily the whole movie.
No, not the whole movie.
No.
My favorite scene in that movie is like the first 3, maybe 4 minutes when you get a glimpse into the love story between the old man and his wife as they fell in love and grew old together. That 3 to 4 minutes in that movie told an epic love story.
Yeah.
And it told a better love story than some movie series we see today. Yeah, that was epic. You were drawn into the characters, and it really painted the picture. Yeah. He wanted that adventure. That was his wife's final wish on her bucket list, and he was gonna do it.
Yeah, I gotta admit that's definitely worthy of top 10 movie moments, because that love story was. I mean, heck, I finally tuned in to watch it just because I heard funny things about a talking dog and some balloons, and was not prepared. I'm like, we're 5 minutes into the movie, and I'm just like snot bubble, like, what's going on? His wife just died, and what's going on here? I couldn't handle it.
Yeah, you don't expect that from a kids movie, but man, that was a phenomenal story.
Man. Well, I'm noticing these top 10 moments. I mean, they're covering the gamut of emotions, everything from achievement to broken. Like mental health issues to broken heart issues to laughing aha. I mean, these things are speaking to the heart, basically, is what they're doing. So moving on to number 6. So for me, this is a very simple movie moment. John Wick. It's become a phenomenon. Everybody loves John Wick. my wife humored me. It was my turn to pick a movie, and I picked John Wick. And I wasn't expecting much from it. I really wasn't.
I wasn't either. That's what made it so great.
Well, the scene that I'm speaking of is after the mafia boss calls John Leguizamo's character the chop shop.
I heard you struck my son.
Because you stole John Wick's car, sir, and killed his dog.
Oh.
Yeah.
And he hangs up the phone. And I remember looking at my wife. We're looking at each other like,
Yeah.
that one word spoke more. It defined the whole franchise, in my opinion.
Oh,
it spoke
yeah.
more volumes than anything else. You could go into the whole Baba Yaga and Boogeyman story, and they did. They made it better and better and better as it went, as far as developing the story. But just that one word, "oh," that set the tone for the whole movie. You knew. I'm getting goosebumps, man. You knew at that moment, like, this is a bad dude.
Oh, yeah.
Don't mess with John Wick.
No.
John Wick can take out Mando. I'm just saying.
I think so.
John Wick
I
don't
think
need
he
no
would.
jetpack.
No. John Wick has John Wick.
Yeah.
Number 6 for me. Here we go. Back to The Matrix.
Okay.
My scene in The Matrix was when Neo stops the bullets.
What are you trying to tell me? That I can dodge bullets?
Oh.
That scene when he fully realizes his potential, that he is indeed the one. When he realizes that and he holds his hand out and stops the bullets.
John Wick done stopped some bullets.
John Wick has stopped the bullets.
But yeah, stopping bullets. I mean, they did so many things in that movie with this.
Oh,
I was
man,
talking about
yeah.
dodging bullets. He's stopping bullets. Yeah.
He just pow.
Yeah, that was good. So moving on to number 5. We're getting into the top half now.